Don't know why. I don't have to like it. We're just going to deal with it, right? So sometimes I can go back and I'll hit resume. It wasn't going to let me hit resume this time. So give me a second. I don't know why it does that. It just bumps me off and then it won't allow me to get back in. I don't know why it does that. Very frustrating, I can tell you that right now. And there's no way for me to end it. I just have to let it do its thing because it will not allow me to end it. So I'm on two different lives. Now, when I do this project, I am going to try to figure out how I can uh, when I do this project, I'm going to figure out how I can set up two cameras because I may need it. So I don't know if we're going to cut all of this, and I don't think I have to iron all of it, but I'll cut all of it, but because you're going to cut it with the thing, but if there's a bunch of stuff, and I have a roller somewhere. I have one of those ones that just have a wheel to them someplace. I will have to find that. That'll be so much easier. We're just cleaning them up. I'm not going to do the ends. I'm just doing the that's. Hi Ash, welcome in. You guys can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you'd like people to connect with your channel. Just cutting off some of it because I can't get the one. I couldn't get it to lay straight. I don't think I'm going to do this for this day because I've got to do it with the other. But at least if I can clip it. Hi, China. Welcome on in. We're just going through some scraps I was blessed with, and we're ironing them because I had to wash them before I can use them. And I still have to wait for all of for the stuff to come in. I'll have to get a lint roller too. So we have to just sit there and start collecting a little bit. So that's that one. Just gonna start building up the blessings. Look at this one. Isn't that pretty? It's really pretty. That's my absolutely my thing for sure. I'm a purple girl. I'm just going to snip because that way I can get it to lie flat. If it's really taut, it's not going to. So if there's some loose strands that are going to keep it from doing that, then that's what we're going to do. So this is like a present because I don't know what I've got. Like I said, and the only thing I would say is I may have to iron some of the stuff if it's got a bunch of creases in it. I don't think so from what I've seen, unless I feel like it is. I mean, eventually I may have to get like a little mini iron that I could use just beside me when I'm doing it. But I mean, I've had like, like I've had projects that I'm like, I can't wait to do. This one's just totally hitting me differently, and I don't know why, but it's sure helping me a little bit right now. So you guys can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. So, like I said, this is going to take us a little bit to get through, but you do with this, you know, I don't want people to think, oh, in order to do this craft, you have to iron. If I hadn't have watched all this, I wouldn't have had to. But because I had to kind of wash it all, I just sit here and just iron it. Hair straightener. That's a good idea too. I don't have a hair straightener. I don't have hair to straighten. God gave me very, very fine hair. My daughter has long hair. I've wanted long hair for my entire life, and I don't mind doing this. And I was originally, like I said, just going to sit here and enjoy looking through all of this pretty fabric. And then I thought, there's a lesson in this. Our lives are messy, but in the mess, look for the blessings and look for ways in the mess, whatever you're going through, to bless somebody else because you don't know where they're at, right? There's more of this other fabric, unique little fabric. Um, you don't know where you're going to say, you know what, that person is just going through a life part of their life that's just rough, but I can bless them. I remember a lady down with our down south, and she's down in Florida. She's still a dear friend of mine, and her name is Cindy, and she still talks about every year around this time she'll put a picture on Facebook and say, I still remember I moved into the neighborhood and somebody in Mary and her daughter stopped by with dinner. Hi, Lucy, with dinner. And I didn't have to worry about dinner that night as we were unpacking. And it's been probably about 10 years, if not longer. She still remembers that. Those little things that we can do for people in the mix of whatever they're going through, that's where we have to say, hey, that's the blessing. This is the next one. See this being used. I feel like I'm unloading a big, huge Christmas present that's going to take us a while to get through. So if you're sitting there saying, oh, well, this project is just not something I could do. Hi, JJ. Well, go on to your local Facebook community pages, right? And just say, listen, I'm starting a new craft. I'm not, and listen, I'd have loved to have been able to learn how to quilt. I think quilting is beautiful, but I am not a quilter. I do not like sewing. I have to sew with crochet. I have to sew in my ends. It's the one thing I do not like doing, just so y'all know. It's not one of those things I jump for joy to do. Um, actually despise it. But it's part of what I have to do. But I don't like sewing. Don't like it. If I gotta have a button sewn on, I go to mama, not the person that likes to do that. So I have a sewing machine. I did a lot of face masks. I learned that. But I'm just not one that wants to sit at a sewing machine and do anything. There's a lady I love watching. She put jelly rolls together. And I'm like, I'd love to do jelly roll rugs. Don't have patience for a sewing machine. So if you're somebody that's like, I could never do this craft because I don't have fabric, there are people in your area. Look at this one. That would make beautiful for like a sunset or something, right? There are people within your neighborhood, in your area, I guarantee you, that are quilters that have remnants left over. And ask for them. Maybe they would wind up in the rhyme file if it wasn't for you. You know? Hi, Riches. Welcome on in. Thank you. Thank you. So, it's like, just think of it, right? There's not much you can use this for, but what we're going to do is we're going to use it for. So, between the generous person that gave me a light when I needed kind of a light when I was kind of in a really dark place on Monday. And this generous person in our area that reached out and said, I have fabric scraps. Come pick them up. I have a whole bag for you. And thank you. I'm trying not to have my head nor my mother to worry about something until we have to worry about it. Um, trying to be there for my husband who is dealing with an uncle that is not doing well. Going to be a grandmother soon. All of those things that I'm trying to process and move along. And so Monday was really hard. And migraine didn't help. And I don't normally get migraines that bad, but I had a really doozy of a one. And my mother said to me, first, she was like, I'm not sure about this craft. You've never done it. And again, I do not know why this is hitting me so hard. It's like, couldn't wait to go out and get the supplies. I was like, wait a minute. I don't have fabric. God's like, or whatever you want to believe in. I believe in God. Mary, I gotcha. We have you here. When your life is a mess, we have you here. Look at this. Like, you think, gonna make something out of that? Yeah, we're gonna make something out of this. We're gonna make lots of things out of this, guy. I don't know. Maybe we're gonna end up making kits for you guys that want kits together. I don't know where this is taken. I mean, it's like, and I'm not saying I'm giving up crochet, not in the least. I love the blankets. I love all those things. But first of all, that can be expensive. And second of all, crochet isn't for everybody. I think anybody can do this. You can do it with your kids, you can do it with your grandkids. My daughter is not a crafty person. She could she I couldn't get her very far in the crochet world with anything. I did try to teach her how to cross stitch, and that's where she actually fell in with love with Wind Calls the Heart. But she's not a crafter, and she was like, I want to learn how to do that. And there's a lady at her church goes, I want to learn how to do that when I showed it to her. And she even said to me, who knows? We may even get all the girls together and do something together and you can show us. So it's really cool. And I'm not trying to hide it from y'all, but I'm going to be a little secretive of what it is. I showed you what you need, one of the things you need now. We went to Myers and got that, but you can get that at Menards. With the bumblebees, we can find something, someplace for the bumblebees and something, right? I have a lighthouse I want to do. I have a cross I want to do. I have a heart project I want to do. There's a lot of little projects we can do. Okay. Like I said, we're just going to sit here for as long as I can do it, but I will have to stop in about an hour. More of that, but it's a different thing. It's like, where would you use that? Well, you can use it. Maybe you have somebody in your family that is a quilter. Ask them, save your scraps. And, one thing that I think would be a deterrent for people, but I don't think it should deter them, is some people are just not the greatest. I tend to do very well. I can, like, if I have a blanket in my head, I can go and I can literally put the colors, go to the thing, put it all together in my head. I'm very good matching colors together. Okay. Well, thank you very much for stopping on in. You can always watch the replay. We need watch help with them watch hours, believe me. Um, is that somebody may say, well, I'm just not good with doing color combinations with stuff and knowing what goes. You can't mess this up, guys. This craft. You just keep putting fabric together till the fabric swatch at the place you're doing it speaks to you. That's it. That's really pretty. I can see that as a sunset. Believe me, I have ideas. This is just white. Just a white thing. Now I will say, and I would say this on like this one, just so that you all see it. Um, okay. This, I don't know if you can see it. You can kind of see possibly like me through it. You can see your hand through it kind of easily. You can see my hand through it a little bit. When we put it down, it may be a little thin. Okay. So we may have to like double it over and use two and maybe have, like I may have to get some, I have some uh permanent adhesive spray to place on it. So then that way if we had an issue where we had a thinner piece of stuff, we could double it and then that way you could use up that without hiding it. We will have to see because you don't want to see the purple through that, so or the thing. So it's just something to think about. Look at this. She must have known I was a purple girl. Look at that. That was really nice. It's a nice swatch too. I've also heard people saying that they have gone to the local Goodwill store and bought fabric. Um, so and they've used pillowcases and all different kind of stuff. So don't limit yourself to having to purchase, fabric from a store. They've literally gone to Goodwill and gotten fabric from there. So don't think, oh, well, bought fabric. It does not have to be store bought fabric. I will say this, and just so people know, if you're going to send fabric to us, if you can refrain from sending any kind of, oh, Ohio travels, hi Juan, um, please refrain from wool because I'm allergic to wool. I can't even touch it. We are going to be doing a special little project. And if you go back to the very beginning one, you will see how much of a blessing I got. It is I'm the only thing I'm going to tell you all is it is a Japanese art form. It is no sewing required. You do not have to know how to sew. You don't need to sew. If I was getting fabric from a store, I wouldn't have gone through the step of washing it. But any fabric that I get that somebody wants to send me remnants, I'm going to throw it in a washer just because I do tend to have a little bit of allergies and I just need to kind of protect going into any kind of asthma attack. So it's nothing against anybody. It's just what I'll need to do. Look at this one. This could be like an ocean or a sky. So if you think you can't do this, you can. I'm telling you, you can do this. It's just you can do it. So I'm tremendously excited about this project, like over excited. Like I just have this really strange feeling about this project and this craft. Doesn't mean that this girl is stopping to crochet. I got to get my crochet fix in, you know that. But crochet isn't for everyone. This anybody can do. We may get to the point where we're actually starting to put kits together for y'all that just want to say, hey, I want to have the fabric, I want to have it pre-cut, I want to just have it, send it to me, and I can do it. So I don't know where it's going to take us. I can tell you this from everybody that I've kind of watched that sell cuts and so forth. And the reason we're ironing them is because they're kind of a mess. And this is my life right now. It's a little messy. Going through some stuff. I'm going through some stuff. And but we're going to undo this mess together. This was a tremendous blessing. We're going to undo this mess. We're going to unfold. We're going to see the possibilities as this stack grows of just total blessings. But if we do ever do where we do kits together of this, I can tell you that a lot of people that do kits, not everybody gets the same fabric in the kit. And that's probably the way we'd run it. Not everybody's going to get the same fabric. This is a long black. Black? Yeah, it's black. So again, if you're like, but I don't have anybody in my, I don't have, I'll have to get a lip roller too. I don't have anybody in my, I don't have, uh, yep, I don't have anybody that, um, I don't quilt or, do quilts and stuff. I don't have any fabric. I just put it in my neighborhood thing and I said, is there quilters out there that have remnants of fabric that would like to send them my way? And I got a whole bag full. And then someone else on the channel blessed us with a lot of other things. And I was in a really not good place on Monday. I was really getting after myself and telling myself, Mary, there you go. You just put a third foot in the mouth again, and you're this and you're that. And it was not a good place. I had a migraine headache. For those coming in, I'm just going to ask you for your prayers. I love my mother, and my mother was trying to be gracious and not worry my daughter, not worry, especially right now, and not worry me. But she did tell me probably about 4 or 5 days ago, that she was at the dentist and they have found a little spot under her tongue. It could be nothing. It could be precancerous. It could be cancer. So we don't know yet. Christina knows. That's the only reason why you guys are being told at all. She'd probably rather I didn't say anything, but I'm going to say something because we all have people in our group that are prayer warriors. Prayer warriors. So we hope we get to the point where it's nothing. The doctor that needs to see her and check her out is someone that wasn't there, and she won't find anything out till Tuesday. So we're not trying to worry or yet or do any of that until it needs to be. But um, I'm definitely going to have to get a lint roller. You see that in my future. One thing that I did order, it's not required for this, partly because you could do it with a knife or something like that, as I did get an electric knife when Josh bought me one on Amazon that they recommend, but I thought it's an investment worth doing, especially if we start getting kits together for you all, people that want to do this. So that it's white, but it got some swirlies to it. So it's not just plain white. So if you think, well, I couldn't start this because I'm not a crafter, ask people in your area. They'll have they'll have they may have, like this wonderful lady that was so generous to give us all this, but I will have to get a light bulb. Not a big deal. We'll get one. Well, and I'm not being very fickle how I or iron this out. I'm just trying to just make it so it's a little bit when you put it down on the double sticky paper. Yes. See, this is stuff like, maybe she was keeping that goes, I have no idea where to do this. I'm just going to put it here. Maybe I'll use it. Maybe I won't. Believe it or not, this is what you can use for the project. And I would show you later, but unfortunately, I don't have all the supplies needed yet. They're on their way. But I can tell you, it is a Japanese art form. Not a lot of people have heard of it yet. I am fascinated by it because quite frankly, it's something I've always wanted to do. I would have loved to been somebody that could have put quilts together. That's why I think part of the reason I love the bobble stitch pattern so much is because they remind me of a quilt. I can do them and they really remind me of a quilt. So I feel like I'm doing some kind of quilt kind of pattern. But I did see where somebody actually took, um, somebody had a quilt that their grandmother had made, and she had a baby, and the grandmother died very shortly after the baby was born. So she took this art form and made a quilt to kind of make a small version of her grandmother's quilt, which I thought was really cool to honor her grandmother. So turn this up just a little bit because I got to iron out the creases. And I have some bandanas and stuff that I was using for face masks that I'm not going to use, so we're going to use that fabric too. The problem with that is I don't know how see-through it's going to be, so I'm gonna just. I mean, if you got fabric from the store, you probably wouldn't have to do this stuff, but it's fine. I'm so grateful for all this. I don't even know where to start, quite frankly. Here's just another white piece, just another square white. So I'm watching the time so I can. There's none of that swirly green. Could use this as grass for sure, right? So I'm not even trying to totally like flatten it out totally, but I'm trying to do it enough where it's flat. Anyway, I do not think I'm going to, I don't know yet. I don't think I'm going to come back on tonight. I'm kind of, I'm probably going to take the night easy. Kind of recovering. That was kind of an emotional couple days for me, and I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm overwhelmed. Here's USA fireworks, right? Um, and so I'm probably going to take it really easy. I don't want to trigger anything. I still kind of have a migraine, but it's not as bad. But everything kind of hurts. So um, I'm still taking it easy. Hi, Alaskan. So I'm going to encourage everybody. I know everybody's going to say, I can't. Yes, you can. And what we will do is we're going to do this. And then if anybody says, listen, I want you to offer this specific pattern in a kit, then we'll go from there. You can always put it on our merch store and offer it as a kit. I can't promise you that the same fabric is going to be in there, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of crochet, and crochet I always have my heart first, but it kind of reminds me of that because it was like when I was doing the crochet, I was like, I had to learn it. It was just this drive. I have to learn this. Didn't know what I was going to do. Didn't know how I was going to. I just had to learn it. And it's kind of like the same drive that's just like, Mary, you got to do this in a really weird way. And I'm like, it's just got my mind going, and it's just amazing. So I'm not saying that I'm not going to have some learning techniques with it and some learning curves with it. Absolutely, I'm going to. But you're going to do it right along with me. That great for the 4th of July. Trying stuff new. Here's a neat one. So You guys could put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. I'm not cutting off the little fuzzies. I'm just cutting off the, because some of the fuzzies are leaving it, so it's impossible to make it straight. Little strings. But I'm definitely going to have to get myself a lint roller. I can see that happening. And probably it would be something I would include in the kit, only because I think that's probably the only way to kind of clean these things is just take a lint roller, possibly. I'd have to see. I'm going to have to test that theory out. Like cherries and leaves. Looks like. See it? It's kind of interesting to look at all the things. And it's crazy because I can look at something like this and my mind's already racing on what I could do with it, where I could put it in the picture. You're making pictures from scraps of fabric. My mom is like, I think I want to even do it with you. Of course, if we can get her to finish the one blanket I've been trying to get her to finish for about 25 years. Hit, hit, hit. There's these.
Who you hitting now?
Your mother-in-law. Your mother-in-law. So what is everybody doing, or what is doing that they're like, I don't know if I could do that? It's like, I know, and I appreciate everybody. I didn't even share it. I just put it up. So I promised y'all I was going to put up my flute. Even though I felt like, you know, I didn't do the greatest. I made mistakes. But I was like, I'm going to put it up because I wanted you all to see. You never know. Just I told you I was going to do it. Now they're like, you're on the rotation. Wow, that's awesome. So now they want me on the rotation with the flute. I'm like, y'all really want, I was a nervous wreck, but I put it up because I wanted to show y'all. See? You never know. Just do it. Even if you fumble through and you make mistakes, which I did throughout that total solo, and I even put it in the description. Nerves were kicking in, but everybody didn't see the mistakes. Only I did. My mother said I did beautiful. She said, "You didn't, I didn't hear mistakes." So I'm like, I sure did. I heard every mistake, but nobody around me heard it. They heard the music. So sometimes we're so afraid to try things because I'm like, oh, we're going to make a mistake. Yeah, I made tons. But it just means I got to keep going. And they're like, yeah, we want you on rotation now. We want you to be doing this in church. I'm like, really? Come on. You don't want me. I made a bunch of mistakes. Nobody else saw it but me. Guys, when life is a mess,
Hypercritical of ourselves.
yes. When life is a mess, we're going to, this is what we do. Y'all see, right?
Gotta get back on the guitar.
Look at all that. It's a bunch of mess, but we're unpacking it, together. It's a bunch of mess. We're going to unpack the blessing. Here's some more bumblebees. At least these won't. Oh, I'm sorry. You have a toothache. Toothaches are no fun. Toothaches are no fun. I'll have to find a bumblebee now to do. So this is what we do. We unpack it. That's what community is for. When things are tough, when things look messy, that's what we do. We can be a blessing to each other, and we don't have to give each other anything. One thing I want before my birthday, I don't think I'll make it, is I'd love to have the channel back up to at least partial monetization. I don't think it's going to happen, but we can sure wish for it, can't we? But I used to tell Christina, don't put handcuffs on God. Because I saw this craft and I started praying about it. And I was like, I don't know how it's going to all come together. And I was like, I got you. I'm going to show you how much I think. Just to make sure it's a little swirly again. Make sure that you're blessed in the midst of it. So, um, guys can do this. I can tell you, you're going to do it. You're going to be wonderful. I can tell you that when I do one and everybody says, oh, that's stunning, I'm going to find mistakes in it. Because that's what we do. Hi, Ainfield. Thank you. That's what we do, don't we? We are the hardest on ourselves. When somebody says it's beautiful, what do? Oh, well, that's this flaw and that flaw and that flaw. And that's with life. Whatever we do, that's where we find the biggest mistakes in ourselves, right? We are hardest on ourselves when somebody says, that's beautiful. Instead of taking the compliment, what do? We find all the mistakes. And that's a hard thing to overcome, something I struggle with tremendously. I look at all the mistakes, right? And this pile of mess is going to be organized. This is neat. When I got a little sparkle in it, you see it? Right up my alley. That could be used for, that could be used for ocean, for sure. And if anybody has any yarn, or I'm sorry, I'm saying fabric, and they think, I want to send her some fabric, but I really don't have time to sit here and iron each piece, send it messy. We'll unpack it. Okay? I'm not asking anybody to sit there and do what I'm doing. I will gladly go on live and I will unpack it. How pretty that is. Look what she made with that. It's kind of like going through neighborhoods and looking at the old houses to think, my favorite color, guys. But that can be used for a sun. Think to myself, oh, who lived in that house and what's the stories behind that house? Just stop by and find myself a nice new trailer. I should ask Mom where she has one. Mama's always have things we're looking for, right? I have to add some more water. That's why I brought the water bottle with me because I'm like, let's just fill it up. Sorry. Let's just fill up the. And it does help when you've got the creases going to certainly get them out on some ones that are tough. So we're going to stop about 3 o'clock. I don't think we're going to be halfway through this pile, but it's okay. We're going to be back at it again. I don't think today. I'm going to still kind of watch myself today. Just because of really how tired I am. And with us becoming grandparents soon, I don't want to be to the point where I'm so tired that I can't. Yep. Or be missing the blessing of being able to go and eat the little one. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to really take it easy. And I don't want my migraine coming back to the point that it was the other day because that was just gnarly. I can usually handle noise. I can usually handle light. I mean, I said to Josh, this refrigerator he's gotten because he puts his shakes in there and stuff, and he didn't realize it was going to be as hot as it was. I was like, uh, it was like a jet plane in my ear. I was like, that could be a sun, and that's all you need. I mean, literally, it's like it's a jet plane. You got to choose one. I can't take all. This one. I'm probably gonna take it very easy. I still got some wonton soup left and some noodles. I know that's not a very healthy thing, but I'm telling you, if you're dealing with migraines, it's usually the lack of sodium. For some reason, that does help. That's why having something from Burger King or McDonald's is really good when you're like having a really bad migraine. And so, um, but I found out too that if I can't stomach anything, wonton soup works really well. It's like a black, but it's got a pattern to it. Like I said, I'm not too worried about the little fringes right now because um, I'm just cutting it so that it wasn't gonna lay flat without me doing that stuff. Mm. Excuse me.
Because we like
Mom, you don't have a lint roller, do you?
What?
You have a lint roller?
Yes.
Oh, see, ask the mama. She always has stuff. Save me from having to do that. See, that's really pretty. It's black, but it's got some kind of. Ask the mama. She always has stuff, right? Oh, lemons. That would be pretty somewhere. Don't worry. Wait a moment. We got a lint roller. Let me see here. Pick a little. I got a bunch of little gnarlies there. Could take her a minute to find it. She could have hid it in a place that she doesn't remember where she's hid it. And Mom, I didn't realize that towel was Mocha's food, so there's probably some on the floor. So I don't know if you want her to have it because I don't know if it contained chicken that was out for washing. Oh boy.
It's in
Oh, I know, and I thought it was a regular towel and I took it out, so there's stuff on the floor.
okay.
Boy, does she have a lint roller. Look at this, guys. I don't need that big.
A big one and a little one.
I need a little one. I don't need the big one. How the heck do you work this one? Oh,
There you go. There's not a lot of sheets left, but that's from CVS. You'll have to. That's still pretty sticky. You probably use the little part for a little bit.
yeah. We'll have to go get more sheets
Yes.
because it will save me from having to spend the time picking at the things. Oh, that's so much quicker.
Oh, yes.
So I would recommend that if you're doing this, and of course, you have it just, oh boy, that makes for quick work of that. Get a lint roller, especially if you're getting it from like somebody's giving it to you and there's just stuff. So probably we'll have to definitely get some more of that because then I can just and before I put it on the canvas, I can just wish away with it. Wish.
Whooshed away.
We love Mocha, but sometimes she has to go in her crate because sometimes she gets over exuberant. So she went in her crate for a few minutes. Calm herself down. I like it. This one has like a little bit of gold running through.
That's pretty.
Yeah, and that I know. My least favorite color, but it's pretty.
That's pretty.
I'm not making a bedspread. You have a blanket you need to work on.
It's spread right.
No, you have a blanket you need to work on.
Yes.
This would be for like tiny, tiny little area. It's got a heart to it. I mean, it would be for tiny, tiny little area. Yes, and some of it may or may not work, but we'll just keep it. It's like for tiny. I have to wait till I do this. And two, I wanted to take a little bit of, see if I can get a couple of these and take them with me to the event we're doing on the 3rd. And I thought maybe some of them would sell. This one has this one, yeah, I'll have to wait to see what it is. Because it was all bunched up. So like if you had and you wanted to put that part like someplace, you could. You absolutely could. I'm just taking this lint roller and just running through it. I should just pick up anything. So, I mean, you couldn't use it for much, but if there was a little part where you wanted a heart, there's a couple of hearts that I would save for that one. You could definitely use the blue for the water and something, maybe a little orange part there. Absolutely. It's like a mystery. We'll have to go get some more. This makes it a lot easier. Because if it's just been sitting around for a while, it's going to have stuff on it. And it does make a difference. So I'm going to tell you, if you're getting fabric from somebody else, get a lint roller, because then it'll kind of get rid of any of the stuff very easily. And that shined up right away once I did put the lint roller. Just, you think, oh, you can't possibly use that little scrap. Yes, you can. And you can use it. Mom's building her salad. Makes it salad than it does to eat it. We've gotten a watermelon, so I'm gonna juice that. I got some blueberries, so I've got some juicing videos I have to put together. I just wasn't up to it. I'm gonna do the beet the next time. But I've got some stuff to put together so you all can see how much juice we're getting out of it. Now, we had our get together and I did a veggie platter the other day. And we brought a veggie platter, but we're not gonna eat all the stuff in the veggie platter. So mom wanted the peppers, which Josh and I can't handle. So I kept the peppers, but I juiced the carrots. I juiced the carrots. I juiced the radishes. I juiced the carrots, the radishes, and the broccoli and the tomatoes all together to kind of, and that way I can add it to other juice. So if you get a platter from, from that and you're like, I'm not gonna eat all this stuff before it goes bad, just juice it. There's some more of that fabric. That's gonna be great for like a sunset kind of thing. For sure. And mom, we have to leave probably about 4:20 or 4:15. I'm gonna get off here shortly because I'm gonna have some more of my wonton soup. Take more of my medicine so I don't go down and really pink about. So, and I don't think we've dented into this yet. That's okay. We're gonna unpack it together. I told you all that from the very beginning. We may be here for a little while. Blessings. Right there in front of us. We're gonna get through it together. Like we do on this channel. Here's some more lemons. I'll find some kind of lemon pattern. And I just think when you make stuff out of things that people bless you with, it's amazing. I just think it becomes even more special. Somebody blesses you with something, you can sit there and go, man, it's interesting to look at all these little scraps I'm sitting there on. What did she make this with? And what did she make that with? And what did she make that with? It's pink. It's a nice pink. At least I can be doing something towards this craft. It's not gonna, I still got to work on Elvis. We got to get him in. Still gonna dye him in paint. But, I thought about that yesterday. That's not for everybody. Some people don't have the patience to do that. Some people can't see as well. And some people, that's just not their thing. It's like to sit there and dye with me. I enjoy it. I get into a trance to some degree. My daughter does it, but it's not her favorite, you know? So, but I figured at least if we throw this on the table, which mom will just have to deal with it until we get everything. Oh, there's a nice section. Hold on a second. I gotta get it. Look at that nice green. Is at least we could go towards something with this. We could be doing something towards it till we get everything. And then It'll all depend on whether it's raining, whether we can go sit outside for it. And I have to probably do a dry run a little bit and figure out if I can the if I can do 2 cameras, because that would be ideal. And I think I can, but the last time I tried it, I had a little bit of noise. But if I can run that to look down, my phone to look down, and then on the phone to look down, and then my camera I use on the computer on my laptop, and I can do an invite, like invite my own self to do the link to do a double live on YouTube, then I think I can do it. But long piece of fabric. Oops. I'm running this on the roller. This absolutely needed on the roller. Flip it over on the other side. It's okay. You could use this whole thing. This would be great for grass. And you're all like, no idea what she's talking about. Trust me. It would be a great one for grass, for leaves, for a plant. Might want to let somebody out of their crate. We're going to be on here for about 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to call it quits today, so I can do what I need to go do. No, sometimes she needs some little bit of, she gets overstimulated and just needs a time in her full space to kind of get herself under control. This one's a long one, so I'm having to really give it some.
I don't know if they still have food built for that, or if you have to buy them.
Oh, we'll figure it out. If I have to, I'll buy a lint roller that she can stick under the washer. Or wash or run it. So boy, that was a long piece.
Yes.
But that could be leaves, it could be grass. You're fine, Mom.
CVS brand. That's right. Total Home. Pet Central.
Total Home lint roller with protective cover. It's got CVS on the bottom.
Well, there's a giant lint roller.
Oh, this is not giant.
Yeah, she gave me the giant one.
And there's a smaller
So apparently you just take this when it gets enough and just peel it off.
Years and years.
She knew when I was going to need it. Can I have the protective thing?
I just gave it to John.
Well,
Are you finished with it?
no,
Oh.
it's fine. I just need to place it in there so I don't get a bunch of stuff on it. Here,
I can give you the spoons.
here.
Just a minute.
It's all that junk. I think I'll be okay.
Finished up.
Sit here.
Okay.
All right, let's see what else we got in this.
And the same it's here or here.
Little tiny. It's like
Click on the picture to look at it. And the stupid thing shut down.
little tiny. If you think, oh, you can't use it. Yep.
They have a lint roller with 60. I'm not there. Why do you keep taking me back there? I'm not there anymore.
He's getting irritated with this phone.
It keeps putting me in Pompano Beach.
I think you're far away from Pompano Beach. So this is the lint roller she has. So this way we can keep it in here and then I don't have to mess it up, right? I don't have to get in on something else. Well, let's see. What else is in this pack of wonderfulness? Well, here's some more of this black, right? Which would be great because it's got a little texture to it. It's not just total black. It's like uncovering Christmas, right? Christmas blessings. And this is something too, if you're on a budget and you're just like, I just don't have resources, you could get a huge sheet of this poly, I'm going to say it wrong, poly, whatever, at, at Lowe's, right? And you can get a whole sheet of this poly, whatever it is, polystyrite at Lowe's or Home Depot, and or Meyer or Menards, and put together and be able to put something together for loads of Christmas presents, and then you made them. I am going to say something. I don't often say something, and I'm going to say something. I don't ever plan, unless I absolutely have to shop at Home Depot again. Because we went to Home Depot yesterday and I found the big sheet. It's cost about $28, but there's a lot of projects you could get out of a huge sheet. And I said to them, here's the sheet. Can you cut it in fours? No, they don't do that. So I just picked up myself and I walked right out of Home Depot and they have lost a customer for life. I called Lowe's and they said they had it. They would possibly, they didn't quite know, but they would. And so I decided to, but Josh found it at Menards in these smaller sheets. So we went with the smaller sheets for now, but I will be going to Lowe's and hopefully they will cut it, or we'll make sure that we have a knife with us to cut it. But still, they should cut it. And anyway, there's my story. Look at that. Now this is together, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it because when we lay it on the canvas, we can't necessarily use it in that way. We have to be able to have it separate. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it separate. So anyway, that's my Home Depot story. I'm not trying to bash them, but I'm just telling you, I don't plan to shop at Home Depot. They do not cut. So, well, I'm sorry guys, but you lost a customer. Because, and every place I have read about getting the big, huge boards, they cost about $28. They cost about the same price at Lowe's or Home Depot, is that they will cut it for you there. Hi Brenda. They will not at Home Depot. So just so you know, go to Home Depot, go with a knife if you're gonna get it from there. I'm not telling you if you're a Home Depot person, that's fine. I don't plan to ever go back there. unless I absolutely have to.
My little baby. My little baby.
A handcraft by Jackie. We are doing. Oh, pretty. We got a blessing. It's a new project that I found. It's a Japanese art form. Um, I was blessed beyond measure by someone on our channel to get some of the supplies. But then I was also blessed by somebody in my community when I put out on the space on the book face to please if anybody had any scraps. And was a quilter and they had any scraps. And if they weren't, what they were going to make them into the round file or didn't know where to use them, we would be grateful to use them. So anyway, yeah, so do I. I got a blessing beyond measure from somebody in our local community. I'm having ones on the way. I'm going to show you this art craft. This craft once I get all the supplies together. It's it's I'm excited about it. Here's a pretty turquoise color ocean. I'm really excited to show you. And I think really anybody can do it. And if you're one of the people that go, I don't like sewing, this is a non-sew project. Right up this girl's. This is the last thing I'd like to do. Actually, it's one of the most frustrating parts of my crochet stuff, so I have to sew. But I'm not giving up crochet. I'm not giving up diamond painting or anything. But I've been felt led over the past couple days since I've seen this art form. People have been like, I want to learn how to do it that I've shown. People in our church want to learn how to do it. My daughter even wants to learn how to do it. Um, it's going to be awesome. And I'm excited, but I don't quilt. So I thought, well, I don't know where I'm going to get all the fabric from. But God knew where I was going to get it from. He was already ready to bless me. And I was not necessarily in a place that I was I accepted it, but I needed the lift. Let's just put it that way. Here's another nice pink. So you do not, just so people think, oh my goodness gracious, you have to sit there and iron all this stuff and stuff. No, you don't. Um I got this from a lovely lady in our neighborhood, in our area. Um, anybody that has scrap stuff, please don't think you have to sit here and iron it, right? Yeah, quilts are beautiful, and I admire people that make quilts. It's not this girl. I do. I have always wanted to kind of learn to some degree, but I'm not a sewing machine kind of girl that wants to sit there. I admire people tremendously that crochet. That quilt. I love watching it. It's just not this. This is not this girl. I don't like the sewing process. It's just I will sit and watch for hours somebody making a quilt. It's just not me. And I think part of learning what you enjoy and what's going to be your strengths is it. So this kind of itches this this craft that I'm going to show you all once I get all the supplies together that are on their way. Kind of itches that for me. It kind of it makes me allowed to do kind of quilting, but without having to sew. So excited. So, and who knows, we may be eventually putting these kind of kits together if you all are ever interested in that. I don't know. I'm excited, really, really excited about it. So we are doing this part. I got, uh, I got material at Walmart. I wouldn't necessarily be doing this step with that fabric, but a lovely lady from our area did give us fabric. And because I do have allergies, it's not her issue, it's mine. It was best that I washed it all before I used it. Hi, Alfonso. Awesome. Just so that I can make sure that I'm not going to react. Maybe she had a cat or something like that. I'm not going to have a reaction to, which made a bunch of mess. But that's our lives, right? Our lives are messy. We have to unmess them. We're going to unmess them together. And then this way I get to use it. This is like jean fabric. I get to unmess it, make a mess of it, but then we're going to unmess it together. So that's the only reason why it has to be ironed. But usually, unless you had, a bunch of fabric that you got from somebody and you needed to iron it out, you're not necessarily going to have to do that in this craft we're going to do. But I just figured out we are going to unmix this all together. You think, oh, you couldn't use that little bit of scrap fabric. Yes, you can. Look at that. I mean, this is stuff that if you had somebody who had remnants of fabric, they were a quilter and they just had these little things, and you think, oh, you could just never use it. Yes, you can. If you were making a flower, you could put this on a vase or use this as part of a flower or leaf of flower. That would be pretty. You guys are going to be so impressed when I show you this. Believe me. So we got about another 5 minutes. And then I have to go eat something and have some medicine. Take my medicine. I was dealing with a tremendous headache on Monday. Tremendous. I also have mentioned for people coming on in. And the only reason I'm saying something to you all now is because Christina knows, but my mother has a little possible, we're praying it's just a precancerous or nothing to worry about at all, but it's on her tongue. And the doctor is not in till next week for that to look at. So that's been a little bit stressful. And we're just kind of going through it. We know God has her and has us. And so I've been dealing with that along with some other stuff that I'm just going to keep private. So yeah, it's a Japanese art form. Y'all are going to do it. It's really that, and you make it with insulation board. So it's pretty unique, believe me. This is another blue. You could use this for an ocean. So please just be lifting her up in your prayers, us in your prayers. So we've just kind of been quietly kind of going through that. But I'm going to be taking it easy today. After I make this, I'm gonna come home and I've just got to rest. I'm really tired. I think I can go back to bed, which is just a lot. My body's just been through a little bit of a lot, and so but we're not even half through this. Come be here undoing mess and showing you fabrics, and believe me, for a while. But it's one thing we can do while we're waiting to get all the supplies. And again, we still need help with them watch hours. So if you can help in any way, shape, or form, that would be appreciative. Like I said, people think they need an iron and they got to sit and do this. It's just, and if you all sent me stuff, I'd still be doing it this way because, again, I do have asthma. I don't want to trigger it, especially right now. Do some. I'm gonna have to sort through some of this off the thing because there's some more of this nice purple. You could use that for beautiful flowers. So we got 2 more minutes, guys, before I gotta head out of here. I've got to gonna be bringing somebody a meal that husband's came home from the hospital. So I was blessed yesterday, so it's time I bless someone else. That's for sure. Like one more for, oh, this one's very interesting if I can grab it. This says words on it. What does it say? Let's see what it says. Faith. It is the perfect one to end with because that's what I need right now. And I just want to show you all how far we got. You know, sometimes when we're going through life's messes, they don't undo themselves lickety split. They're tangled, they're messy, and they take a while. And so we're going to see how long it takes to undo the mess. Probably because I created it, but still, we all create our own mess, right? This is faith, love. There's crosses on it. I love it. Right? Absolutely. I know because, well, no, I can't because it'll. Absolutely. I know exactly. Absolutely one cross we're going to make. To make some peanut butter cookies for somebody. All right. Let's go there for right now. Last lint. Oh, I'll have to. Gonna use up very quickly, but it's okay. I'll have to eventually get one that you can just put underneath and wash and then stay sticky for a while and you wash it. So that's that. So I will turn you so you can see for a minute. We've gotten this much accomplished, right? This much done. We'll put the lint barrel back in, but I'll definitely would say that would be worth it. Okay. All right. Do you now see what we still have to accomplish? We're going to be here for a while cleaning up our mess. And I'm purposely just going to leave it like this. We accomplished a lot, but there's still a lot to go. And that's the board right here that we'll be using for the project, which you'll get a lot out of one. So, make sure I turn this off. So, gotten this much done. We're going to come back tomorrow and sort through this as we are waiting. You know, another thing too that I want to say is I am really excited about doing this craft, but I'm having to get blessed, but I'm having to wait. And sometimes the waiting is harder than actually doing it. And so right now, this is all I can do. I can just sit here, get the fabric ready. That's all I can do right now. I could get the foam cut, but I don't want to do that till I can sit down with you all and show you all how to do that. But there's really not much I can do right now. I just have to sit and work on this while I wait for the other things to come together. And sometimes waiting in the waiting is so hard when you want things to happen now. I want them to happen now. Right now, let them happen. But sometimes in life, whatever you believe, sometimes we have to wait. And that's sometimes really hard. That takes what this just said, our last piece, faith and hope. But it also takes a community of people to come together to sit there and go, okay, we're here for you. You guys don't have to do this alone. So we're going to be in a mess. We'll come back tomorrow. I don't know what time. I will try tomorrow or tonight sometime. It may not happen until tomorrow to get the recaps out. And then get the recaps back on track. But like I said, I'm trying to kind of get through some things right now and get my body to where I'm better. And it'll just take a couple days to kind of recover from Monday. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to leave you for today, and I'm going to leave this mess alone on the table. It's out for everybody to see. And sometimes we don't want our lives to show the mess. We want everything to look all pretty and neat. Well, in order for it to look like this, right, we have to get through the mess. And sometimes we need it open so that everybody can see, so everybody can help, right? So I love you all. Remember to be proud of being you. Everyone else is taken. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. We have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. We do have you covered. You are part of our community, part of our family. We love each and every one of you. We'll be back tomorrow so we can keep sorting through the mess. And we'll see how many days it takes to get through it. Love you all. Have a great day. See you soon. And I'm so excited about showing you all this. I think y'all are going to love it as much as I hope I'm going to love it, but I think I really will. Love y'all. Bye bye, everybody. Have a great day. And just thank you for being here for us.